Hello, this is Pastor Sara, and let's connect worship and the earth. When I read chapter 4 in A Watered Garden by Ben Stewart, here's what I discovered. Christian tradition honors the connection between food and the land because it is God who has made the land, who makes it fruitful, and who is the one to whom we owe thanks. Christ comes to us in food, in the bread and the wine of Holy Communion. Food is a connection both to God and to the earth. It's significant for us to think about where our food comes from. I imagine many kids, especially those who are not connected to a farming community, think our food comes from a grocery store. Introducing people to gardening or farming could be a good way to connect our ecology and our food to our faith. We can ask the questions, where is our food grown? Who are the farmers who work the land? And where does your wine and bread for communion come from? What is just eating? In other words, eating that signifies justice. Well, just eating is having enough for all with limits on our consumption. Tying this to our communion practices helps us see that our faith proclaims this kind of just eating. As we reach out our hands to receive the bread and then drink the wine, we see that there is enough for all, and we practice limiting our consumption. And where does that lead us? It leads us to care for the earth, to bring food and hope to the 10 million people in the United States who are undernourished, and finally, to act with gratitude for all God has given us. So as you come to the table this week, think about where this food and wine comes from, and who or what makes it possible for us to eat. Think about a world where we do not overconsume so that there is enough for all. And as you leave the table, give thanks for the God who creates and provides. My favorite part of this chapter was when they were talking about a church who went to a vineyard and tasted different wines for each season in the liturgical calendar. I thought that was a pretty cool thing to do, and I'd encourage you to try it. Thank you for coming along on our journey.